We're just all walking around pretending. We're just walking around pretending there's no racism, pretending that the government's, or not the government, but some of these politicians aren't crooked and they're not going against us, pretending that some of these men that walk around shooting people, killing people, they don't like have racial bias or they're not after a certain group of people, whatever it is. We're just out there pretending that everything's perfect, pretending everything's fine when it's not. And and the thing now is they're noticing that more and more people refuse to pretend. Like when you have the governor or in Florida and they want to, you know, give a different example of history. They're just pretending. They're pretending that that slavery wasn't as bad as it was. It doesn't affect the people to the day. We're just pretending. We're pretending that black people are just fine. That all they got to do is lift themselves by the bootstraps, whatever it is, and they'll be fine just like everybody else. We're just pretending. We're pretending. We as black people pretending too. We pretended for a long time that we wasn't in pain, we wasn't suffering. Uh, we were just like white people. All we gotta do is dress like white people or do uh, drive the same cars as them or whatever it is. And we're just pretending. We're in these relationships with some of these people and they're biased against us, hurting us and microaggressions, and we're pretending that it doesn't bother us, pretending that we fit in, right with them. And not that there's not a lot of situations where you do, but I'm just saying we're just out there fucking pretending, and that's the problem. Is we're pretending. People are gaslighted. We were gaslighted as a community. We gaslight ourselves. We allow the groups to gaslight us to tell us how we should feel and what we should do. That we are equals, when we're not. I mean, it's in your mindset of how you feel if you're an equal or not. I mean, it starts there. But as far as statistically, we're not equal in this country. I mean, 50%. The unemployment rate is double of the black community and brown community than it is the white community. So we're not equal there. More black people, way more black people incarcerated than white people. We're not equal there. And it's not because black people are criminals and do more crimes. It's because we're just not equal there. We don't have equal protection of the law. The police are going after blacks more so than they go after whites. And a lot of those things are drug related. Drugs, you hurt yourself. You're not hurting the community, you're hurting yourself. But somehow we're in, the people are in prison for drugs. And a lot of people do drugs. Now it's getting legal, right? So many people do drugs that they made it legal. But what about all the people that went to jail and prison beforehand? Their lives were ruined, families were separated. We're pretending that Trump is not a crook. He's not the worst political crook we've ever fucking seen in this country. And he means ill will. He's selfish. He doesn't wish this country well. He's all about himself. And we pretend that this guy means us well. We pretend that he is a great president or a great human being. We pretend. We're just pretending. We pretend that the governor in Florida is just trying to help people. It's just trying to tell the truth in some way, whatever it is. I don't know. The point is, we pretend. We're accepting this bullshit and just pretend. I watch people who talk about, abortion issues, and they try to sell it to women, and they pretend as they're selling it to women that they care about the women and their abortion and stuff like that, and they don't give a shit about the women. They don't give a shit about their situation in abortion. They don't care. But they pretend like they do as they sell and give it a twist. You can see right through it. A lot of fucking pretending. But what's changing now, and reason why it's more resistance and more painful, is because people, more and more people, are not willing to pretend. They're not willing to close their eyes and pretend just so they can kind of live a peaceful life, because you don't really live a peaceful life pretending. That's how we fooled ourselves. We thought, well, if we pretend to go along with shit, our lives will be peaceful because most people are just law-abiding human beings, and we just want to do our thing, spend time with our family, whatever it is your life is, and not have a bunch of issues. But pretending, all it does is prolong the inevitable because you're in pain, you're suffering. Um, People are getting away with shit they shouldn't be getting away with, and people just had enough of that. So now people are making a stand. More all cultures, white people, black people, brown people, Asian people. People are making a stand because they don't want to live in that life of pretending. Particularly these folks. These folks. We don't want to leave our destiny in the folks in the hands of these pretenders because they're all fucked up. They're fucked up. This reality is fucked up. It's not going to lead anywhere good for us. And that's why we have to make a stand. We have to fight. We have to take the reins from them. We have to lead the lives. We have to be leaderships in this. You know, a lot of us who wouldn't normally make these stands, wouldn't normally do this stuff, we have to do it. The problem is people that are quiet, neutral people that are quiet. That's the problem. If you're quiet, you can't be quiet. You gotta make a stand with these people, towards these people. But the point is that I'm saying is that so there's a lot of friction right now because people are making a stand against the pretenders. We're not accepting pretenders anymore. We're not willing to be pretenders ourselves, and because of which there's going to be a lot more friction. But we'll be freer in the long run. It's going to work out. In the short run, it's going to work out.